Hello, random stranger. What's your favorite Zara Larsson song?
Who the hell is Zara Larsson?
And that's why I'm making this video. Okay, now, when you think of global female pop stars, you probably think of Dua Lipa, Ariana Grande, or Billie Eilish might come to mind, because these are the faces plastered on magazine covers, grabbing the performances, and basically running the sounds for TikToks months at a time. But here's the thing. Zara Larsson has the voice, the hits, and the stage presence to be right up there with them, just like them. Like, she isn't some underground indie artist that I'm just hyping up. No, she's had charts-topping singles, massive collabs, and probably more Spotify streams than you even realize. And yet, crickets. What I've realized that happens is that people sometimes don't even know her name, but they'll be like, wait, is that the girl who sang Lush Life? Wait, is that the girl who sang Midnight Songs? Wait. So why doesn't she get the recognition she deserves? Why is Zara Larsson still an underground artist despite having everything to become a pop royalty? Well, today we're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about talent, like pure raw talent. Because Zara Larsson's voice is insane. Like, I remember listening to a song from her earlier, and she was belting high notes like she was auditioning for the role of Beyonce. Like, Beyonce, you better watch your back. Zara Larsson is out to get it, baby. And then I listened to another song, and she was whispering, almost like she's trying not to wake her parents, but it still sounded good. It still sounded flawless, and like, honestly, I could not do any of those. And let's be real, not every pop star can actually sing. Like, let that sink in, because there's so many. I can name so many pop stars out there right now that cannot actually sing, and they basically rely on like production or auto-tune or just straight up stage presence. But Zara, she could step into a room with no mic, no auto-tune, just her pure voice, and still gives you chills and goosebumps. She's also very versatile because she can handle dance pop bangers like Lush Life and Ain't My Fault, and then turn around and deliver something very emotional like Ruin My Life, where you can actually feel every line and every lyric, and that's not easy to pull off. Again, some artists just stick to like one genre and literally cannot move from that genre, so this is really impressive. But yet somehow Zara is still not included in the conversations about being one of the best vocalists in pop. Like, what's happening? Let's not forget that Zara has been in this game for years. Like, she's not just some overnight TikTok success who got famous from a 15-second sound. Zara has been grinding. She's actually won Sweden's Got Talent when she was just 10 years old. 10 years old. When I was 10, I was struggling how to spell the word like restaurant correctly. And Zara was out here serving vocals on national television. That should tell you that she has been far ahead from the start. Fast forward to a few years and boom, we get breakout hits like Lush Life, Never Forget You, and let's be real, those songs weren't just little radio singles, they were global. Everyone and their cousins were knowing the words of Lush Life and singing Lush Life. Like, if you didn't know Lush Life, or if Lush Life wasn't stuck in your head during summer of 2015, then you're probably living under a rock, and a very, very, very big one at least. You're living under such a big rock if you didn't know Lush Life. Then she followed those songs with Ruin My Life, Ain't My Fault, which both prove that she isn't just a one-hit wonder, but she could deliver constant pop anthems that you can play at the club, in the car, while crying in the bathroom. Like, every song, like, her songs are so versatile, it's absolutely crazy. Like, she's just versatile at its finest. But here's the sad news. Despite all those hits, people often overlook just how many bangers she actually has. And that should not be the case because she actually has a lot of songs. Their discography is full of a lot of hits. And I've realized the music industry has a lot of weird habits of pushing only a few select pop girls at a time. It's like they have like this invisible checklist somewhere at the record label HQ that says, okay, we've already got Ariana Grande for powerhouse vocals. We've already got Dua Lipa for disco pop vibes. We've already got Billie Eilish for moody aesthetic or whispering vocals. So I guess that they probably don't have any room, and they just created a small space in this music industry, and that should not be the case. Because meanwhile, artists like Zara, who is equally talented, equally versatile, and honestly she is capable of running the charts, get shoved to the side, not because they don't have the music, but because the music industry only seems to have room for a couple of it girls at a time, and they only push out a certain amount of it girls. And it's frustrating because Zara's music is just as strong as the people dominating the headlights right now. Like, you can put Ain't My Fault next to Dua Lipa track or Ruin My Life next to an Ariana Grande ballad, and they'll still hold their own easily. But the marketing push and the media attention and the award show slots don't always line up in her favor. Let's look at Midnight Sun. Like, this song was such a big topic, and I didn't even see her record label pushing it out in any way. I've only seen a few TikToks on my phone and videos from Money Long, but otherwise from that, there's been no kind of promotion. Now she's on to release another album this year, and there's again no promotion. No one is talking about it. So it definitely has something to do with her team. They need to push it out a little bit more. I don't know what they can do, but it's crickets. And here's the thing, Zara still manages to build a fan base and rack up streams without even being the center of the machine. And that says a lot, because if she had even half the media's push, then she could reach where these other artists are, and we'd probably be calling her one of the biggest pop stars right now. But unfortunately, she's not, and that's really sad. And what's wild is that Zara Larsson isn't just a local pop act, but she's a global artist, and that's important. But before we get into her global impact, do you guys hear that? Wait. Do you guys hear those sirens? Well, they're not here for me, but for you. Because why aren't you subscribed? Like, don't you know that if you're subscribed, you're joining the best club on YouTube? Tasties! Guys, we're the only people on YouTube with music taste. So, are you gonna make them arrest you, or are you gonna subscribe? Did you click it? Well, I love you if you did. And if you didn't, cops, get him. Sweden is a place where basically it's like the secret headquarters of pop music. I mean, think about Sweden gave us ABBA, one of the most iconic girl groups in history. They gave us Robin. They basically invented sad dance pop blueprint. They gave us Max Martin, the man who has written half the Billboard Hot 100 hits you screamed in your car. Sweden is really one of the biggest pop factories, and Zara Larsson is a part of that tradition. But here's the catch. Because she isn't based in the US, she doesn't always get the same media as push as Americans or UK artists. The industry tends to spotlight whoever is closest to the Hollywood, New York, or London. If you're not in that circle, you have to work as twice to get your breakthrough. But yeah, despite that, Zara has managed to gain a worldwide fan base, almost entirely off her album and her talents and her consistency. Like, she didn't need a giant US marketing machine to make her as global as she is. Her songs chart across Europe, Asia, and beyond because people generally connect with her music. It's like the world collectively said, okay, fine. If America won't hype her up, then we will. And suddenly, Zara's fan base was mostly everywhere. It's basically a world tour waiting to happen. And that's what makes her special. She's not just a star in one region, she's an artist who truly resonates worldwide, and that's rare, and it makes her underrated status even crazier. How are you so underrated but still so big? And what I've realized is that it's not really that she's underrated because her songs are big. It's just that people don't know who she is. Like, I truly believe that people who say that they don't know a song from Zara Larsson just doesn't really remember her face or her name, or they don't know her name. Like, they probably know 100 songs from Zara Larsson, but they just don't put that to a face. Like, her vocals are top tier, and we've already talked about it, but it's worth repeating because she has got the pipe to back up any production you throw at her. Zara Larsson could sing over a house beat, an acoustic guitar, or even the sound of me crying in the shower, and she'd make it sound good. And her stage presence is electrifying. If you've ever seen her live, you know that she doesn't just stand there and sing, but she performs and she commands the stage and she dances with confidence and interacts with the crowd, and all the things you want from a true star. And again, she just still doesn't get grouped with the A-list pop stars, and she doesn't get the most Grammy nominations, and she doesn't get recognized in the Super Bowl halftime rumors, or she doesn't really get a lot of brand deals. And honestly, it's time to change that, and it's time for her to be a bigger artists. Because the truth is, Zara Larsson has talent, the hits, the global intact to be considered a top tier pop icon. And if the industry won't put her there, then it's time for us, her fans, or people who genuinely just love her music, it is time for us to give her that recognition. So stream her music, hype her up, spread the word, because underrating doesn't mean unworthy. And Zara Larsson, she's more than worthy. Like, her music is good, guys. But what do you think? Do you think that Zara Larsson is one of the most underrated pop stars right now or in this era? Or am I just talking for like, what 9 minutes, 10 minutes? But I really want to know your opinions. So guys, drop your opinions in the comments. I really would like to read your opinions on certain things. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, become a tasty. And yeah, just thank you so much for watching. I love you so much.